reduce your speed. So number 6, do not obstruct. In places like junctions, exits, and pedestrian crossings. If, for example, you have been stopped by traffic lights, and let's say there is a traffic light right here, and it's red, so there is one vehicle here and there is another one here. If this is you, do not come and block this junction. Leave it free, because these people might want to turn in here, and by you blocking this junction, you're only creating traffic jam from the other direction. You're also putting yourself at a risk, because this person might not see you for some reason. He might be tired. He might be aggressive also. He could come and hit your car or even injure you. So it's very important to think about not hindering and blocking exits, junctions, pedestrian crossing points, and so on and so forth. By doing that, we are good and defensive drivers. So number 7, be curious. Look far ahead, look behind you using the rear view mirrors, the inside one, the right side outer mirror and the left side. And also look at the periphery. It's very important to see far ahead of you. If you concentrate on the point just in front of your car, the risk is that you're going to be caught by surprises all the time. You will always be braking, applying emergency brake, because you didn't know that this guy the vehicle in front of you was going to stop, or there's this hindrance that you didn't see from, say, 100 meters before, and so on and so forth, or road bumps and potholes and things like that. So not only are you driving safely, you're also saving or preserving your vehicle from damage, because then you won't hit potholes, bumps, which can damage your vehicle. So be curious, look far ahead, move your head, move your sight, move your eyes around. Let's think about 5 vehicles in front of you, as far in front as possible. Also, be glancing backwards, see what is happening behind you. Maybe there is an ambulance coming that needs for you to clear away, or it's important to see what is happening behind you, so that you are not caught unawares and by surprise. So be curious, look far ahead. That way you're going to be well prepared to respond to hazards, to respond to hindrances, and so forth and so forth. On that note, when we look directly in front like this, the area that we cover, the area that we see directly in front of us, is about 2% of the view that we have. Because human beings, we have a 180 degrees view space. So this space like this, 180 degrees. But if I don't move my eyes to the corner, from corner to corner, I'm not going to be able to see what is happening on the periphery. On the other side, on the other hand, I'm just looking in front, and what I'm seeing is just 2%. This here is the periphery. And it covers around 98% of the whole field that we are supposed to see. So if I keep moving my eyes as I drive, I'm able to see, oh, there is a cow that is just about to jump into the road, or a dog or something is happening, someone is walking by the roadside, then I'm on guard. I don't know what this cow or these goats that are walking on the road, I don't know what they are going to do the next minute. So I'm on guard. I now can release the acceleration pedal, and I can be prepared to apply brakes if I'm needed to do that. But if what I see is just what is in front of me, then most probably I'm going to be driving a very aggressive way of driving. So the other thing is number 8, avoid distractions. Things like phone, dashboard, and appliances in the car. And this is very important. Those two things are very important, especially for new drivers, because as a new driver, you haven't learned your car. You probably have to look to know where gear number 3 is. You probably have to look to know where the indicator is. You keep on looking at the dashboard. Am I driving too fast? So you are distracted here. The car itself and the driving itself is distracting you. So you need to probably, if you realize that you're that kind of driver, do some more training in places and areas where there is not so much traffic. So avoid talking on phone. It's actually illegal in Kenya. Maybe it's not illegal to use hands-free, but if possible, it should be avoided. Because when you are talking on phone, your attention is divided. You might hear something that may shock you. The person you are talking with, he probably doesn't know that you're driving, and they might give you some bad news. Not only bad news, even good news. I was listening to the radio the other day, and they are doing this some kind of lottery on radio, and so they are calling people who have sent SMSs, and they are giving them information. Oh, the good news! Oh, you're the lucky winner of 200,000 Kenya shillings. That kind of news might distract you. It can cause you to be extremely overjoyed and forget that you're on the road, and it can put you to danger. It can kill you. So avoid such kind of situations. And any other kind of distraction. It could be kids, children in the car that are distracting you. So if you are going to travel with children, have someone to be taking care of them so that you can concentrate on driving. Number 9, be prepared for the unexpected. Out there on the roads, anything can happen. You have to be some kind of a doom prophet. Like, accidents are surrounding us. It can happen anytime. Yes, we trust that the car is okay. It's gonna take us to where we are going. We trust that the road is good and all that. We trust God, but also there's so many chances that there will be an accident. So be ready for anything to happen. So be on guard. Always look around. Don't think that the driver in front of you is sober. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he has had a whole night shift and he's behind the wheel and he's in front of you. You don't know what will happen. So always have that kind of things. Imagine those kind of scenarios as you drive, and then you will become a more defensive driver. Number 10, think about the environment. Train in eco driving. Eco driving is very good for you and for the environment because it saves money. You will save money. Eco driving is about preparing and planning your trip. If you have enough time, you're not going to overspeed. Because when you're overspeeding, the car is consuming more fuel, and actually some of it, an amount of it, is just being wasted because combustion might not even be complete. If you look at the speedometer, you have, say you have what? You have 0 here, and you have, say, like 50 there, 100 there, 120, 120, 30, 50. We say 150 there, and we say 200 here. You have got an area that, no, well, I wanted to talk about the revolutions per minute, RPM, and it's okay because it can be the same thing. When this meter is moving, the hand of this meter is moving. This is always in thousand. So if it says 1 here, then it's 1,000. If it says 15 here, then that is 1,500 or 1,500. If it says 200 here, or 20, that is 2,000 revolutions per minute. So what is happening is that if you have your the meter, the hand, the indicator here showing at this between 500 and or 1,000 and 2,000, that's a good field. It's where it's an economical area to drive at. But if it passes 200 and goes towards 300, if you look at your car, maybe this one is even in red. It means this one is a dangerous area for this hand to be, and it can even damage the car engine. Here it could probably be blue, meaning this is a good field, and then maybe here it can be green, meaning this is the economic area. So if you have it between 1,000 and 2,000, the revolutions per minute, then that is good for your pocket, that's good for your vehicle also. So thinking about the environment, drive so that you do not have to brake all the time. If you have good distance between you and the car in front, when he applies brakes, you probably don't need to apply your brakes. Maybe you only need to select a lower gear or just release the fuel, and this one goes down, and you slow down without needing to brake. Now, why is that important? That is important because if you brake all the way, if you have to brake all the way to 0, you need more power to bring it back to 60 if you are driving at 60 or 80 or whatever. And but if you are driving, you have taught yourself how to drive economically, then you will not need to stop many times. You will not need to accelerate many times, which means lower cost and also reduced emissions, carbon dioxide, which has contributed to the greenhouse effect. So the other thing that I wanted to discuss before I finish is blind spots, and that has to do with number 4 and number 7, but also in the entire time of driving. If this is your car and you're driving this way and you probably want to change lanes to this lane, always when you're looking at your mirrors, remember there is a place, there is a spot that your mirror doesn't cover, and this is the point directly just behind you like this. So this is the side mirror, and this is the view behind. But this point, the red painted point, is a blind spot. So before you can change lanes, make a habit of just glancing to your shoulder, not turning like turning, but just a glance towards your shoulder, so that you can be sure that there is no vehicle, there is no border here, there is nothing here that will be a hindrance or will collide with you. So mind about the blind spots. Look at the mirrors before you change lanes, and then you can also turn a bit to the right if you're changing to the right, or a bit to the left if you're changing to the left, just like that. And then you concentrate, and don't make it a mechanical turn, like just for the sake of it. You have to be sure that there is no vehicle on your right side or left side, and then you continue with your journey. So remember, a defensive driver is always a safe driver. He is economical. His vehicle will live longer, because you do not have to visit the garage and fix your car every now and then. But in overall, you contribute to a safer road. What we want to see, or what we aim and hope to see, is a reduction in the number of deaths and damage of property and lives in Kenya, and also elsewhere. So I hope this was helpful. As usual, if you have questions, you can drop them there. We can discuss about them. You can suggest a subject that you want me to take next time. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe, and also share this video if it helps you. It can also help someone else. So until next time, I wish you a very happy weekend, a safe one on the roads. Be safe out there. Chunga jirani yako. Let safety begin with us.